How are you? I'm gonna turn the music down. It's a little bit louder than I am. What are you guys up to? Today, I want to get back to art. I was warming up about half an hour ago to see if I could, do my art stuff today. And I think I can. So, it will be the long-awaited return of the art wheel. Let me see. It's still there. It hasn't gone away. Thank you, Ruka. My intention is to make this my new default. I had the idea of I'm a science raccoon. I always have been, but I didn't really dress like it. So what if I just made a laboratory here in the anomalous apartments? I'm in my android body, but that doesn't change who I was. Before the world ended, of course. I should go into my lore a little more. Maybe I will today while I draw. But I keep trying to manipulate the volume of the music, but it keeps getting louder and softer. But anyway, I want to get the art wheel done with and get all of the remaining people that I haven't drawn yet drawn. Maybe I'll do 2 today, maybe it'll just be 1. I am quite rusty, but... Hello, Tyrolina. I want to get back on it. And it's the Sara. Hello. The 4-wheel. It is 4-wheel drive currently. Now let's see if Quark's bad luck continues. Or if finally I can draw the fox. Of course, I'm going to draw everyone on this wheel. That was always the plan. But it got a little sidetracked. Yum. So, I don't see any reason to wait around. Let's give it a spin. The wheel audio seems broken. Oh well. It looks like we are drawing Gert. Hello, Soggy. Did you hear me talking about Gert and now you're interested? Soggy. She's already here. Where is... Let's get rid of that. Sounded like it picked up me setting something down, so I set it down again, but it didn't seem to pick it up. My microphone, that is, obviously. So, first off, let's... Wait, why is my VNAN over there? Hang on. It was on the wrong screen. It didn't cause any problems, but it would be slightly annoying. First off, I need to... Wheel references. Let's get Gert up here. I previously had said... Can I unminimize that, please? There we go. I previously had said that Gert is a fairly simple design, so I'm not 100% sure what to do to make it... Oh, no, ads. To make it take 2 hours to draw Gert. I could do some, like, cool space back. I could add... Maybe I'll add the fight stick. Or something. Who knows? I'll just start drawing. I'll figure it out. accessories. So let's see. First off, let's start with a rough body shape, which is not particularly going to be hard to do. I do like a simple but striking design. There's nothing wrong with this design, it's just kind of easy to draw. So then I want to make it a little thinner here. I'm gonna go for, like, swimming almost. Shin Ramyun. Tasty. Very good. You did mention that there might be a stream in your near future, if you feel up to it. And if you do that, whether you meant on Discord or on Twitch, I will certainly do my best to be there. Current goal is Twitch, but we'll see. Well, I'll support you in all your endeavors. So, I do hope it's Twitch. But if it's not, that's fine too. Whoops. Huh. That's weird. I didn't realize I have a hotkey that, removes my navigator. You can't see it because it, like, hard sticks. But, like, if you see me drawing, it doesn't update the navigator until I bring it back. Then you can see. Blender has some special hotkeys. Interesting. Let's see. Okay. I think I don't have to get fancy. I'll just draw dirt. I think I can make it look really good, so... Hello, JSG. How are you? So, I think I'll go like, and then up here, and like this, connecting to there, make it more of a teardrop shape. It's going all right. About half an hour ago, I started warming up, seeing what I could draw, to see if I would be able to do my art stream. Because those who are close to me know that I've been suffering from some pretty bad art block lately. And even some people that aren't close to me know that, but... because I posted about it on Blue Sky, but... most people around me seem to know by now. And, I've been doing a, like, painting style to get out of it. I think I've mostly shaken it. Get his whiskers. I think Gert's a he, actually. I don't know. I don't want to misgender anyone, but... you know how it is. these are fairly long. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to connect the outsides of the horns. Do it like this, make them almost floating. I would love to take another commission from you. I'll talk to you about it after stream, because I am kinda... I'm feeling my oats, I guess is the way I'd put it. I could probably do a commission soon. I've got a couple commissions that I should do as well, but I haven't taken any money for them, so it's like, on the one hand, I should go ahead and do them, but on the other hand, I can do them whatever. Things are fine. Got 6 little legs. And this, like... what do you call that? That, like... I'm an Axie. That, like, ribbon around the outside of sea life that, like some sea slugs have it. Where it, like, forms little waves to propel them along. I don't know what that's called. I guess it's just a fin. It might have a special name, but I don't know what it is. Okay, I'm actually going to raise the eyes a little bit over that. So I want one here, probably one about here, and the last smaller here, and I'm going to have them looking off that way, because I think that's a cute expression. Now I gotta get the mouth kind of right. It's almost like a curly brace. And they have some... It's going pretty well. They have some additional lines on their face. Whoops. But I don't think most of those lines will look good in my style. So I think I'll only do the under-the-eye ones. Adding too much detail and like little details to my style makes it look messy. So I tend to simplify things and smooth them out a little bit. Smooth off, if you will. But yeah, you might notice I'm in my lab coat outfit. I don't talk much about my VTuber lore, because I don't take it very seriously. I've thought a lot about it, but it's not something that I think should be the major focus of things. Because it can get a little silly if you take your lore too seriously. But at the same time, I have it. So, at times I want to talk about it. Oh, hang on. I should, put my music back on. Just to confirm, you guys can't hear Through Patches of Violet by Millie right now, do you? You should hear some music, except it doesn't seem to be playing right now. Am I between songs? What's going on with that? Did hear music. Yeah, that's weird. Okay. I touched the music source, and now it should be playing again. I'd see it playing, so... I don't know why it stopped. It might have just been between songs. But, regardless. I've got some, I probably am, like, you know, being too cautious with it, because I've got a royalty-free music playlist for when I do my art streams, because I don't want to get hit with, like, you know, VOD mutes and stuff. But I know other people that do just fine, and they're playing, like, Sonic Heroes soundtrack and stuff. So I'm probably just being overcautious, and it'd be fine. But regardless. Yeah, those who at all keep up with my silly VTuber lore know that officially I am an android in an anomalous, backrooms-esque, infinite series of floors called the apartments, connected by elevators. The elevators have all kinds of crazy buttons and dials that let you get to effectively infinite floors, but considering the controls are finite, it is technically a finite number of floors that are reachable. However, there are variants of the elevators that are also infinite, resulting in an infinite number of floors that you can get to eventually. Things like that are what I have decided for my lore. My personal story, as I'm fleshing it out now, this is all stuff that I came up with ages ago, but didn't really tell most people or advertise, in a sense. Once upon a time, I was not an android. I was a roboticist. And, the infinite anomalous apartment building appeared in my reality. This is bad. Most of the time, it results in a propagation of anomalies across the reality that, long story short, results in the extinction of all intelligent life. The android body was made in an attempt to create something that could resist and combat the anomalies. But by the time it was finished, it was far too late. So, I put myself in the body of the android and escaped. That's where I am now. In the apartments. I'm thinking I'll do some fun drawings showing myself having set up a laboratory of sorts. Though I'm technically a roboticist, so you don't really need to call it a laboratory. You could call it a workshop or even a garage. But laboratory sounds cooler, so I think I'll call it that. I study anomalies and make new parts for myself. That's why I look so different in all of my art, because I just construct new robot limbs and such, and slap them on, try them out. That also means that if somebody else draws me and they don't like the way a part looks, they can just change it. There is no correct or incorrect way. That's why on my blue sky it says, draw me however you like. My head tends to stay mostly the same, but even then, my hair changes. It's hard to, replace parts in your own head, after all. And that's been the, probably somewhat cringe rambling about my VTuber lore for today. What is everyone else up to? Just don't forget about them and let them cool too much. That's always tragic. Because it's never the same if you, like, microwave them to heat them back up, because then the noodles are too soft. Ooh, getting off work early is nice. I say like I'm someone who has a job. I have been employed before, so I know what that's like. Then again, in my job, I never got off work early because I was the overnight cashier at a convenience store, and I was the only one there. Nice. So, getting off early wasn't a thing, because if I left early, there would literally be no one in the store. And it was a 24-hour store, so... Hello, Ramses. How are you? You missed me rambling about my VTuber lore. Let's see. Why is... Oh yeah, my crayon. I thought it was funny. It was, I was messing around with VHand, which is the program that I use. I know, other artists on, Twitch use different programs. I need to ask Higa again what that program is that he uses, because, I was talking to them, and... Yeah, it's broken. It's an anomalous crayon, don't worry. It's my latest research. I'm trying to figure out how it's green, but draws black, and also draws like a pen, and then can also be used for coloring. Thank you, Manaxi. Oh yeah, you use a program that gives you a drawing thing too, don't you, Manaxi? Do you use VHand, or do you use something else? Or am I just mistaken and you don't use anything? I need to, make the custom thingy hand thing again. I didn't have VHand installed, and the files for like custom hand stuff are stored only locally, so they got deleted whenever I it transferred to my SSD. VDraw. Okay, I'll look into that one. I need to go into my DMs with Higa and scroll up and find out what it was, or just ask Higa again, like, hey, what was that program? Either way would work. But regardless, it wasn't VHand and it wasn't VDraw, because I distinctly remember it didn't have a V in the name. And it's something that they have locally on their computer rather than running it through Steam. Though I guess, you know, it's locally on my computer as well because I installed it. But you know what I mean. It's a program they have, not a Steam game. Game, quote unquote. I think this is turning out quite nice already. I think most of the effort in this will be in the coloring and shading. Mostly the shading, because Dirt's kind of one color as well. But I'm going to give it some nice shading. Because I think Gert deserves my best. Gert is very cool, and if anyone here doesn't know Gert, which doesn't seem likely, that if you know of me, you probably know Gert. They do a lot of streams and that are very interesting, like, and obscure things, I notice. They've got a lot of style in their, yeah, a lot of style in their presentation. And also, they don't make any money from it. Every like subscription and every bit of thing you do gets like donated to charity, I'm pretty sure. So it's pretty cool. If you pay me, I take that money. That's for me because I need money too. But apparently Gert can just do it for fun with no monetary incentive at all. Not that this is my, you know, livelihood or anything. I don't make enough money to support myself on streaming, but I just think that's cool. And I think Gert's cool. I need to watch more people's streams. Despite being a streamer, I'm not usually a stream watcher. There are a couple people that I watch their streams. But on the whole, in general, I'm not on Twitch watching streams. Man. I need my water, that's what I need. I tried to pick up my big water cup with the same hand that was holding my pen, and I couldn't get a good grip on it, and I almost dropped it. Holding my crayon, excuse me. But I didn't drop it. Understandable. That's one that I don't watch VODs. If I'm gonna watch a stream, I want to watch it, you know, actively. And, like, that's not me saying that, you know, watching VODs is weird or that I don't understand it. I get it, because, like, that's the content. Oh, okay. Editing VODs. You rarely watch live streams. Yeah. By the way, for those who don't know, JSG and I are very similar people. We've known one another for years now, and lived in the same area, and are the same age, and have very similar tastes. So we refer to one another as twins. But we have our differences. Usually I consider myself the evil twin. Oops. Understandable. There will likely be food for me in a couple hours. Because, the Taco Bell nearby where I am finally reopened. It's been out of commission for ages now. When I talk about things like that, this is my chuny tying into my lore VTuber self going on. I always have the desire to refer to things like local businesses as being on an adjacent floor of the apartments. And I love to say, like, oh, the anomalous Taco Bell. I don't know if that's fun or just weird. I should have more confidence in myself when I stream. It was closed for weeks. Like, maybe a month. It was closed for such a long time. So, I was considering whenever I got back to doing this art wheel of switching over to my painted style that some of you have seen. I decided not to do that because I wanted it to be a little consistent, but like this style. Which looks really good if you zoom in. I really like the way the hair looks. I asked for a Baja Blast Midnight, if they still have it. If they don't, then a regular Baja Blast. And the real good example, if I can find it, I have to be careful about which pictures of myself I click on, and I'm not going to tell you why. But basically, some of them I don't think I could show on Twitch. I'll leave it at that. But I really like the way I did the hair on this particular one. And I've had a couple people ask me if I intended to keep this, making my hair look like this, even once I go back to my lined style. and I am for attempting that, because I think it could look really cool if I did it. But yeah, um, expect more art of me with swirly glasses next time I draw myself, because I intend to make this my default look, and I want to get better at drawing lab coats and stuff, and I want to base the way my my art of myself looks on my actual Vroid more. That's not the correct tool. I have Discord pings. Who has messaged me? Hamster. It was 3 people, all sending me images. One was a Deltarune meme, one was a hamster sending me a hamster, and one was a frame of an animation a friend is working on. The friend in question is Hyper, who has made several emotes for me, including the always popular Scrumble. He has made several emotes for me. If you look through my emotes, you will see some that are not in my style. And if they are not in my style, he most likely drew them. My Mogu emote is another one. So are all of the pixel animated emotes. He is quite a good artist, in my opinion. The thing he's working on now is not related to me. It's not of me, and it's a meme. So it's a couple characters doing the Family Guy bit of the white kid in a Boston suburb with the "they got him." What do you mean they got him? That thing, that bit. It seems as if it will be quite funny when it's done. Bug. Hello there, Gramps. How are you? Fighting Russian. Well, okay, not anymore. You're not allowed to do that anymore, but still. And yeah, this is Gert, some kind of space slug VTuber and intergalactic DJ. I had to get the official statement. Hmm. No, not art fight. I just ages ago now took some missions on Blue Sky for an art wheel. Before art fight was even started, I did this, and then I had art block and didn't do anything on it for ages. There are 4 people left. Well, 3 and a half because I'm working on one of them right now. That haven't gotten their promised art from me. There's no extra conditions. Hello, Mono. There's no extra conditions on this art wheel other than just I'm going to draw the person that comes up. And I took a limited number so I would be able to do all of them. And it's kind of a testing the water thing for doing an art wheel. I may not do another art wheel after this, because I'm not sure it's for me, but I may do something like an art wheel, but curate who's on it myself. Not that anybody this time that I didn't really want to draw joined. Every person that's expressed interest, I was like, oh yeah, I want to draw that person. So I added them to the wheel. But since then, I've gotten a couple people in other spaces be like, oh, I can get on the art wheel and then get Greenlow art. And it's like, I don't really like that person, so I kind of hope they don't. And that was always a risk of, like, somebody that I don't really want to draw ending up on the art wheel. So I may do more art wheel type things in the future, but it won't be something I post to Blue Sky. Because apparently now there are some people that they don't even, like, they're not even VTubers, they're not in the circles or anything like that. They're just people that, yeah. God damn it, Gramps. But, like, they shipped some burnt ones. Hell yeah. Also, you said wild berries, and my brain auto-completed it to be the wild thornberries, if you remember that show. So I was imagining, like, Nigel Thornberry in a burning warehouse. And I just had to share that mental image with you. Good luck, Mono. What kind of pasta sauce? Just the normal red sauce? Tomato-based? I don't like having red pasta sauce. Tomato-based sauces badly upset my stomach. It's not like I'm allergic or anything, it just really triggers my acid reflux. You miss tomatoes? Understandable, Gramps. Is it your ongoing health issue that means you can't have them? I prefer white sauces, like Alfredo. Yeah, when we get pizza, I order white sauce pizzas. I'll eat red sauce pizza, but generally I like there to be a white sauce option, so I can have something that won't upset my stomach. Sometimes there's not, and there was also that time that love zooming the wrong window. You mean zooming in on the window, or transmitting the wrong window over Zoom? But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I played Robot Alchemic Drive because of pizza. Because basically, okay, it wasn't directly because of pizza. It's because I kept forgetting to eat. And I became weak from hunger, and thus the Nanao comparison was made, where she collapses because she's only eaten bread and water soup. And then later on, I ordered a pizza. Or rather, my roommate ordered a pizza, and he made sure to order white sauce on the app.
No! The bakery!
Oh, right,
That's
those
where
are...
I work.
Oh no, that did work. Right, I thought of this before. I set up VNN audio. Hell yeah. You guys did hear that, right? Hell yeah. Good. I was like, oh no, that's not gonna work because I have my desktop audio muted because I'm listening to music. But then I looked at my audio sources and I saw one of them says VNN audio. It's like, I'm smart. I already took care of this. Anyway, so my roommate ordered pizza and he made sure to order... Thank you for the hydration reminder. I will hydrate. Wait, why didn't the hydration reminder play any sound? Pies. I don't need pies right now. Yeah, get off my head. Let me open up my model stuff. Because that should have played a noise. Eh. Huh? Why is my... Oh, because I'm opening something up. Here we go. Bear with me a moment. Where's... This is the wrong folder. How did I get over here? Cancel. Open it again. Oh, here it is. No. Wait, where are my audio files? Some of them are working, but I can't find them. That, I don't think is where that's... I think I might have accidentally moved them. 1 second. Because that's not supposed to be there. I don't think. Okay, I need to test one of my emotes. Not that one. I clicked the wrong one. I need to... Where's my yeet emote? It's just not here. My yeet is gone. Oh, here it is. Okay, that works. Ow. So, this one work? Yes. So why did the hydration reminder not make a noise then? It was supposed to play a cut-down version of the audio of "It's time to drink water," because I shortened it last time. Well, somebody else redeem the hydration reminder once it's off cooldown, and we'll see if it works now. Because I did fix it? Question mark. I tried to fix it. Anyway, back to drawing. Bow, bow, bow. Did you know that my usual order from Taco Bell from ages ago has gotten vastly more expensive, such that I have changed my order to something cheaper? Because now, getting 2 chicken quesadillas is $20. And that's freaking ridiculous. Yeah. I have reoriented my order to be what was it exactly? I wanted 2 beefy 5-layer burritos, a beefy potato-loaded griller, and a large Baja Blast Midnight. That I'm water-cooled notification there is it telling you that the hydration reminder is now off cooldown. Fun fact.
It's time to drink water.
Oh,
It's time to drink water.
it is playing the audio. It's just really quiet. Yeah, I heard it barely. Hang on. I must have turned it down because it was too loud. Where is my hydration reminder? Is it in model stuff? Why is it over here? That's weird. Alright. That should be fixed. It should be louder next time. And I will actually hydrate, because, that's what it's there for. It is that space slug. Hello, Quark. How are you? Yeah, I finally got back to my art wheel. I had not given up on it. I did not stop. It was just a little bit of a delay, that's all. Funny. I'll be right back. I actually need to get more water. I'm not out yet, but I want more ice in it too. So I'll return. Don't go anywhere. I'm back. Hello, Sarzak. I was getting water. I'm a bunny now. How are you today? I'm drawing a girt. But yeah, I think I mentioned it a bit ago. Oh, nice. Getting a good night of sleep is really nice. I haven't been sleeping all that well myself, mostly because Soggy now seems to think that 4 a.m. is her feeding time. Even if she already has food from earlier in the day, she will bother me because she wants me to give her fresh food. And she will stand on me and scream for hours. It is not ideal. But yeah, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, future art wheel. I'm probably not gonna open it to Blue Sky again. But again, it's not because anyone on this art wheel isn't someone I wanted to draw. This art wheel has been great. I like that I got to draw Digi and Creator and freaking God, I'm blanking Krunko. Manaxi was also on there. Manaxi was super fun to draw. I kind of feel bad because I drew Manaxi with closed eyes, and it's like, oh, then I didn't draw Manaxi's eyes, but it's fine. It's not like it was a paid commission or anything, so I should stop beating myself up over the quality of art wheel stuff. But basically, in some circles, there have been people that have been like, oh, I want to get on Greenlow's next art wheel, and it's somebody that they just want me to draw their OC. They're not a VTuber, they're not in the circles or anything like that. And like that's not really what I want to do with the art wheel. So I could open it up specifically to VTubers in my circle and specify that if you're not somebody that has ever heard of me, maybe don't jump on the art wheel. But I could also just not open it to Blue Sky and populate it myself with people that I want to draw. Basically, there's several solutions, none of which are ideal to me, but it may be a while before I even do another art wheel to begin with. All right. Am I missing any details? Not really. I'm gonna hit my own hydration reminder to see if it's loud enough now.
It's time to drink water. It's time to drink water.
That was probably audible. The music is kind of louder than it, but at the same time, it's fine. It doesn't need to be loud. Okay, if it's that quiet, I'll turn it up again. Let's see. Hydration reminder. Let's take it to 1. In fact, here, let me insert a hotkey.
It's time to drink water. It's time to drink water.
Is that loud enough?
It's time to drink water. It's time to drink water.
Let's see, how loud is my, like, this thing? That's much louder. Ow. Understandable. Basically, it was too loud before, so I actually made the audio file quieter. That's fine. I'd have to open up Audacity to fix it. You know, get the original audio file and make it quieter, but less quieter, so it's still kind of loud. It's fine. I would rather it be too quiet than too loud. Where am I? Here we go. So, this is a Gert. I think it looks pretty good. I'm going to go over it once more with a thicker brush. I think. Nah, I don't need to go over it with a thick brush. I do want to touch it up a little bit. Like that spot there. And then I want to take a smaller brush and go over these. Because that's how I think that should look. Oh, right. I never finished my pizza story and how it relates to Robot Alchemic Drive. So basically, my roommate ordered me a white sauce pizza. And the pizza place called him after he used the app because they were confused. And they, wanted to confirm that he wanted a white sauce pizza as if it was the strangest thing they'd ever heard. And this is a place that we have ordered white sauce pizzas from before. And gotten them. So I don't know why it was confusing to them this time. But there was a bit of back and forth where my roommate wasn't really sure what the guy was asking, but confirmed him, yes, I want a pizza with white sauce. And the guy, I can't remember what my roommate said the guy repeated back, but it was okay, so a pizza with cheese sauce, or something like that. He goes, no, white sauce. And then he was like, okay, a pizza with white sauce. I think it was cheese sauce that he repeated back weirdly. And finally the roommate's like, yeah, pizza with white sauce. And I was like, got it, white sauce. And they hang up the call. And then we get the pizzas. And we bring them home. And I open up the pizza box that is for me. And there is a pizza crust cracker with cheese on it. There was no sauce. It was incredibly dry. And I was telling someone about this, a friend of mine. I don't know why I'm being vague. I was telling Sarah about this, and she referred to it as a bread and water pizza. Because I was already, by this point, vaguely associated with Nanao. You know, I wanted to check what color Gert's eyes were to get it right, and then I just see that they're just black. So, because of the failing to eat, so that I became faint, in the same way as Nanao, and getting that bread and water pizza, I eventually decided that I should play Robot Alchemic Drive. And I'm glad I did, because it is actually a really baller game. It is very good. I recommend it. Additionally, it has the weirdest controls I've seen for a giant robot type game. If you don't know, you control your giant robot in it with R1, R2, L1, L2, and both sticks. The sticks manipulate the arms of your robot, such that if you want to punch, you move the stick forward. If you want to draw back your fist and do a bigger punch, you pull the stick back and then move it forward. Things like that. Swinging the stick up, around in one direction or another will do hooks or uppercuts. And overhead swings and the like. So you may be asking, if you use both sticks to punch, how do you walk? So you alternate between pressing L1 to move your left foot forward and R1 to move your right foot forward. And if you want to walk backwards, you use L2 and R2. It sounds like a hot mess that wouldn't ever work. However, it's good. Once you get used to it, it feels natural and very in control. There it goes. Very, like, controllable. Such that I felt like I was able to do more things, especially with the arms and such, than I would have been able to were it just buttons. And additionally, it does have an easy control mode where you use the stick to walk around. I don't know how the attacking works in that. I assume you know, the triggers are probably different forms of punch. But the control scheme where you punch stuff with the sticks is very cool. So yeah, if you have an interest in giant robot games, definitely give Robot Alchemic Drive a spin. Even if you don't play through all of it, because there are a lot of missions, actually, you may find yourself surprised at how much you enjoy controlling the robot. It was also made by the EDF guys before EDF, and very visibly uses the same or similar physics systems, like the same engine. I like how this group is turning out. I think we're nearly done, and it's considerably ahead of schedule, because like I predicted, I almost said Quark, Gert is not very hard to draw. It is a fun and easy to draw design, with a lot of expression to it. I'll add a little bit of shine, I think, and I will put it down here so I can clip it there. That's strange. That's not the right layer. That's why I did that. Slug should be shiny. probably save this. Or- Delete that. Let's make a new layer, and I think what I'm gonna do. Let's do a little bit of painting on for the background. The backgrounds that I draw are intended to be co-op warrior. Oh, that would be amazing. My backgrounds are intended to be not really looked at, and you know, they're intended to be backgrounds. So. That black. Okay. I believe I will call that good. And then I want the version that's transparent. And as usual, I will take a brief moment to locate dirt. And toss the result at him. Which I think, despite it only taking an hour and 26 minutes, thank you. I also think I am cute. So, without further ado, allow me to pull up the wheel and see who is next. We have acquired monologue. Wait, I'm muted, aren't I? No, I'm not. Okay, good. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Wheel. So the second person to be drawn today will be Mono. I have drawn Mono before. So, here we go. Close that. No, I don't need to open anything. I need a new canvas. Make that a little more properly shaped. I have lots of notifications. Huh. Where am I? Oh, yeah. Resume my music, skip this song because it's one of my... It's not the vibe. Now, back to the art. Canvas a little taller. Eh. Ow. Hello. That is Flow. The V2. How are you? Welcome in. Not really a lot going on behind the hair. Okay. Get the color going. This. Bow, bow, ba, dow, ba, dow. Yeah, that goes across the chest like that. And then a little bit of that. Alright, I remember the freaking belt. Last time I drew mono, the belt was the hardest part. But if I blast through this, I'll have done 2 more on my art wheel and can call it a day. Kind of easy mode today because I got Gert, who is fun to draw but not particularly difficult. And I got Mono, who I have drawn before, so I have some experience doing so. Hello, Pills. Welcome back. Don't worry, it should take 3.5 hours still. Not 3.5 hours from now, but the total stream time should be around 3 or 3.5 hours. Nah, I gotta draw mono. Drawing a sketch of the suspect. Hell yeah. Get him. Get the gender fluid mouse. Get they them ass. Soggy? Was that you? I thought I heard her meowing. Oh well. Bam. Mouse. So let's see. Oops. I gotta get the hands. The slime hamwich. Mouse. Hello, Life Forcer. I'm going to do a quick, not quite sketch of where the hand should be. Wood squeeze. It's a good mouse. Bow, bow, bow. Okay. Start with the most foreground element, that being the hand. And how's the sleeves go? Okay. So I need a little bit of a hem here, and then it pulls in, and then there's another larger cuff over it. Bow, bow, bow. Alrighty. Then I just need to figure out where the poncho thingy will end. Should say it'd be about right here. So I want to do it like this. Okay, that's one side. Okay. Alright. I guess I should get the belt done. So I need that to be where the belt is, I think. And I should start with the shirt. Wonder when I'm getting Taco Bell, because I am already hungry. I didn't eat before stream, so... It's a mouse, actually. Though I do enjoy... Oh shit, a rat! I find rodent VTubers vastly prefer when you get their species right. To say the least. Some more vocal about it than others. Certain rat is very cool. Yeah, they're in ascending order of size. Mhm. All right, this wacky belt. Let's get it done. Mono's with the engineering division because you need an engineering degree to figure out how to close this belt. Okay. Ah. So I want this here, there, plus this. I think I could be drawing this better if I wasn't so rusty. But at the same time...
It's time to drink water.
Oh, thank you for the hydration reminder. I have hydrated. And thank you for the headbands as well. I had to double check that that routine was working, which it is. But yeah, I'm not super satisfied with my art ability right now because of the big hiatus I did. However, I do think I made the ears look really good. Bum, 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 bum. Ah, I missed something. This is supposed to have these over the coat because it's the backpack straps. Ba, 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 ba. I do appreciate that, Toaster. I'm glad you like it. I've heard this song before. Okay, yeah, I know what it is. A random song came on my playlist, and I was like, I know this song. It is an Undertale fan song. You know, I could be extra funny with my lore and declare that this whole art wheel thing is me researching an anomalous crayon. Bum, 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 bum. Eh. I don't know what that was, but I'm going to chalk it up to an anomaly as well. Anomaly. Man, what if I had, like, 3D toaster models to throw at myself with a black gun? That could be good. I have added multiple things, like the dumbbells. And, Bone Zone has skeletons. I could probably add the skeletons to the regular blap as well, so there could just be, like, a skeleton in the middle of it. Would have to set it up. A 50-pound weight bounced harmlessly off those thighs. Yeah, that's how it works. That's normal for me. Bum, 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 bum. So, basically, the thing that's going to suffer the most with regards to my art is consistency. Until I've... Why did this shoe look like Rayman's head? Rayman shoes. But, basically, if you wanted to, like, super nitpick and look close at my art, at even this, like, the hands are different sizes, the shoes are different, stuff like that. And that's something that I would have to spend a lot of time fixing. And if this were like a commission piece, I definitely would, but I'm just not... I don't have the energy to do that. Once I'm back into practice, this will not be nearly as much of an issue. But as it is, this is me getting back into practice, and plus these are little more than doodles. So they're fairly high effort doodles, but they're something that was never meant to be taken that seriously. Bam, 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 bam. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. And that is one strength of 2D art. But most artists, not all, but most artists are their own worst critic. Yeah, I just look at this and be like, it's the 2010s and I'm gonna redline the shit out of this. Hell yeah. But yeah, most artists are their own worst critic. And it's not a failing of their mentality or anything like that, but basically, they look at their own work for longer and more closely than anyone else. Even like whenever you commission something, you look more closely at it than you might if it were just like a piece of gift art. And even then, I guarantee you the person that you commissioned that drew the art will spend more time looking at it than you ever will. So unless the artist has a lot of self-confidence, especially a lot of misplaced self-confidence, their reaction to their own art will likely be more negative than yours will be. Yeah, that is pretty funny. One thing I notice a lot is people that, strictly speaking and objectively speaking, aren't that great at art, refusing to call themselves an artist because they think that there's a minimum skill requirement to be an artist. When no, if you draw, then you're an artist. You don't. Nobody's going to police that, except for really insufferable people. If you're out here telling somebody they're not an artist because they're not good enough, go away. Simple as that. Bum, bum, bum. Like, you could say I'm not an artist because I don't make a proper income on art. If you consider it to be artist as a profession, I'm not an artist, I'm unemployed. But I could change that by, doing more commission work. So technically, if you're saying artist by profession, anybody who has taken a commission is an artist. Because they have made money as an artist. I think whether you're an artist or not depends on whether you see yourself as making art. These shoes are stupid. Not as in on Mono's design, as in the way I drew them. But I don't want to redraw them, I'm lazy. And hungry. Okay. Let's start coloring. Is this gray your skin color? I guess so. Yeah, that looks like it. Wow. Yeah, feet and shoes are really hard to draw. I could do better, but I'm lazy. I don't wanna. And since this is not a commission piece, that means I'm not gonna. Also, freaking hands. How good I am at drawing hands depends on, like, the face of the moon or something. Because some days I'll just be like, oh yeah, a hand, and then I'll just draw it, it looks good. Other days, I will look up 3 different guides on how to draw hands, stare at references, and still be unable to do it. Oh yeah, hand, there it is. Plop! Or, why can't I hold all these references? Okay, right, there's flats here. I should be using those. Wrong layer. That's the wrong brush. Okay. We're getting there. Fine. What am I looking for? The gold. Blender issue. I see. Object. Right. I've used enough Blender that I've encountered that. Not that I've used very much Blender. Yeah. Which does make sense, but is unintuitive. So it can cause problems. Yeah. So if you move it slightly and get it off center... Oh god. Hit with an annoying wave. I'm recovering from it. I should have eaten before stream. Just hit with just nausea due to hunger. Which happens to me sometimes. Wait a second, did I? Okay, no. I thought I drew green on the wrong layer. Just awaiting that Taco Bell. let's see. Flats are pretty much done. Have I missed any spots? Does not look like. And then if I do this... Actually, I think I'll be clever and do a little bit of this. Which doesn't look very different on your end, but is very different if I have to, you know, change things. Basically what I did was, I took the flats layer, and I copied it. I duplicated it. And then I pinned the duplicated layer to the first layer. So there's two identical layers, both of the same colors in the same places everywhere. One on top of the other. I turned the upper layer into a multiply layer, which is why it got darker and richer. And now I have put a layer mask on the multiply layer and am masking out certain parts of it with a brush. That will be the light spots. The reason I did it as a layer mask is because then if I go, oh no, I wanted that spot darker, it doesn't matter what color my brush is, I can go back over it and it will redarken it as the same color. Because I didn't delete, I'm not erasing the layer. I'm just masking it out. And then if I remove that part of the mask, the original layer that is the same color as what's underneath will be renewed. Whereas if I had to, you know, fix it without doing the layer mask, it would be harder. And then I can mess with the opacity of it to make it less dark. I can use a fingertip tool to brush on more color. do some simple shading and call it a day. This is a lot more art than I would have been able to do a couple days ago, even. And I'm actually able to go back to my previous style instead of just doing the painting thing. I know people like the painting thing, and I'm gonna do more like that, but... Hell, I might even add painting style commissions to my dossier, to my portfolio. That could be fun. I gotta sneeze. Okay, let's do this, and also have that pinned. Do it as an overlay, make it light blue. Oops. I was just supposed to pull that up as reference, not move the windows around. Makes sense. Oh, that's not the tool I need. This is the tool I need. That'll do for that. Let's add a little bit of shine here and there to imply the light source. Alright. I think that will be nice. And now, first off, I want a layer that's just black. now I want to blend. And then erase some more. Wrong brush. Erase some more. Let's disable that for now while I get the painting done on the background. Oh, right, the end of this song is really annoying and loud, so I'm gonna skip that. The song I'm listening to, not the song you guys are listening to. The rest of the song is good, but not the last bit. Yeah, it's the 24th. Soon it'll be a new month, and I'll have a new Dark Souls randomizer stream to do. It'll be fun. Alright. I think I'm going to call this done. Oof. I need a break. Bum, bum. All right. So, before I go, I'm going to close VHand for one. I was like, what is that? What's this? And let's send out the mono to mono. I'm gonna go see who is streaming. And who I might raid. Yeah, I already see two people. One of whom I've been meaning to raid for a while, but another of whom I've raided once before, but would be glad to do so again. Okay. One of them is playing Fire Rock, so we're gonna go say hi to Barrier Trio. I believe I'm spelling that right. Yeah, Barrier Trio, yes. Yes, okay. That's the correct avatar and everything. Thank you all for being here. It was nice hanging out. And I hope you enjoyed looking at my art process. And the such. T4S. Interesting. So, I will see all of you next time. Go be nice.